The second component for assessing solvency of an insurer is to assess whether technical provisions or the insurance liabilities are calculated according to regulatory requirements and whether good quality data, an appropriate method, and appropriate assumptions are used to calculate the technical provisions. We should investigate the sufficiency of the provisions and any changes to the technical provisions over time. We can use the evaluator's report to understand the level of uncertainty in the technical provisions and the sensitivity of the provisions to changes in assumptions. Many of the indicators for technical provisions are based on qualitative information that is disclosed in the evaluator's report. It is important to ensure that sufficient information about the data, method, assumptions, and sensitivity of the results to assumptions are disclosed in the report. Investigating the sensitivity of results to changes in assumptions can give us an indication of how the liabilities could increase if there were a change in mortality assumptions or a change in expenses or any other assumptions. This will help us to determine the level of confidence we can have in the value of technical provisions disclosed by the insurer. For long, non-life business, we can compare the claims paid in subsequent years to the original value of the technical provisions to determine whether the provisions that were set up were sufficient to pay the claims in the future. Warning indicators that could raise concerns about the technical provisions of the insurer can include the following: a lack of monitoring of the sufficiency of technical provisions, or insufficient technical provisions or liabilities, unexplained significant changes in the value of the technical provisions, poor data, an inappropriate method, and a lack of justification of the assumptions for calculating the technical provisions. The supervisor can take the following actions if they identify weaknesses in the technical provisions of the insurer. The supervisor could engage an expert to investigate the data, methods, and assumptions that would be appropriate for calculating the technical provisions. The supervisor could instruct the insurer to change its valuation methodology or assumptions, and the supervisor could require the insurer to hold additional capital for the risk that the technical provisions are insufficient. There is a forum for monitoring technical provisions in this training. On a following slide, you will be asked to give additional suggestions on possible warning indicators and interventions in the area of technical provisions.